Okay. Oh, what? Okay. Oh, what? Yeah. So we back again with another YouTube video. This is another one of me actually commentating over what I'm doing. Now, obviously, it would be boring if I just speak to you about, oh yeah, this is how the game's going, this is how blah blah blah. So I decided something new, man. I'm gonna start to bring up some controversial basketball topics, and I want to hear your opinions. First one being the Portland experiment. You might wonder, what is the Portland experiment? It's Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. Now, let me get straight to the facts. As we all know, Damian Lillard is a bad man. Like, he's a bad man. I would rank him amongst maybe, top 5 point guards in the league right now. Whereas CJ might, and that's a might be top 10 two guard in the league. That's if I actually remember who some of the best two guards in the league are, because whenever I think two, I think people like James Harden, Clay. Dang, I'm even blank on two guards. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Now, the Portland experiment is the whole assumption of, oh yeah, we can play Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum side by side, and we can win. As we've all seen through the seasons, they have managed to win a few games, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me twisted, they're not scrubs. They managed to go to the conference finals last year, and lost to the Warriors, of course, but I mean, it was a KD-less Warriors. They should have won that series. Like, to think about it, the Blazers should have really won, but they didn't. And I know some of you might say it's because the ball sticks in Lillard's hands. He shares it, but he doesn't share it too much. He's closer to Russell Westbrook than he is to freaking Chris Paul. But let's be dead honest, man. That Blazers team was nothing till Damian Lillard decided to suit up, strap that number 0 on his chest, and strip that team from LaMarcus Aldridge. Because from all my real basketball OGs will remember, LaMarcus Aldridge used to be the face of the Blazers right after the Brandon Roy injuries. But Dame came through, showed you it was Dame time with some clutch shots in hard game situations, led the team to the playoffs and won them their first playoff series in a while. But ever since then, we had the thing of CJ McCollum got drafted 2 years later? He came in, we were all thinking, wow, this is the almighty backcourt, they're doing it big, they're dominating. And then we had the situation of what happened in Golden State, where we had Monte Ellis and Steph Curry playing side by side. Them two didn't work out. So in the end, it became Steph and Clay. And we saw Steph and Clay, with the help of Draymond, end up going and winning 2 titles. They won they won a couple titles. I was about to say they won 2 titles by themselves, but I'm not too sure how many they won with KD. I think they won 1 with KD. What am I saying? They won 2 titles by themselves. Now, obviously, with Team C in this, everyone believed the perfect formula was to have that duo guard play, and then you can have a few players surrounding them, like a few key players. Because think about it, you got the Wizards, who went and did the whole Bradley Beal, John Wall scenario. I'm not going to lie to you. That's another topic to discuss in a later episode of this. But back to Lillard and CJ. I personally believe CJ needs to cut. As in, CJ can ball, don't get me twisted. CJ can ball, but CJ don't work on a team with Dame. CJ would work on a team with... I don't even know what team CJ will work on. Because the thing of CJ can be a spot-up shooter, but CJ excels more when you give him the ball in his hands and you let him be free with it, which happens to be the same way that Dame excels. And what Dame needs is a spot-up shooter. Like, he needs someone the way... Because people will say to you, CJ McCollum, Klay Thompson, good 2 guards, but you need to understand the difference here. They both play defense, even though Klay's is way better. But Klay lives in the ability to score without the ball in his hands, if you get what I mean. As in, Klay can get himself open for the jump shot and do the work. Whereas CJ can do it, but he doesn't excel as well as as he does with the ball in his hands. So in my personal opinion, just because of the sake that Portland is Damian Lillard's city, CJ gotta go. CJ gotta leave. And if I had to trade him, I want you to understand something. I ain't done no research behind this. This is my pure opinion. Like, this is my straight off the dome opinion. I trade him for Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon? What? He's not a spot-up shooter. He's not amazing at shooting like that. He isn't. But you wanna know the truth? It's to give them that 1-2 punch that you really need. Because the issue is, You don't have a problem at the guard position. You have a problem at the 3 and 4, which happens to be the position Aaron Gordon plays. Plus, he's young. Plus, he has a lot of room for development. Because look what happened when Zach LaVine left the Timbs. Went to Chicago, and now Chicago thinks he's their hero. But in actuality, I ain't gonna lie to you, he ain't gonna win you none. So if I were the Blazers, I would trade CJ ASAP. Get me some good old Aaron Gordon on the team. Him high-flying and Dame shooting from beyond the arc would definitely do a lot. Because we've seen what Melo's done with the Blazers. He looks good. Now imagine how Aaron Gordon would look with Damian Lillard being his point guard. But anyway, it's been your boy Alvin. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. Drop a comment. Tell me how you feel about the Blazer experiment. Tell me what you think they could do different. And also, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? 12 subs in. Trying to get a 20 by the end of the week. You heard me?